A longtime staunch supporter of Israel is now criticizing its leadership's approach to the war with Hamas. In a wide-ranging speech yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer denounced Hamas for its attacks on October 7th, but he also had a stark warning about the conduct of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and called on Israel to hold a new election. Chris Livesay is in East Jerusalem with Israel's response. Chris, the senator did not hold back yesterday. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle. Yeah, the reaction from Netanyahu's party has been fierce, demanding Chuck Schumer, quote, refrain from undermining the Israeli government. The Senate Majority Leader also went after Hamas for starting the war on October 7 with that ruthless massacre.
Chuck Schumer, emphasizing he's the highest-ranking Jewish elected official in the United States, levied a blistering attack on everyone he holds responsible for the war in Gaza.
To blame only Israel for the deaths of Palestinians is unfair, one-sided, and often deliberately manipulative. And it ignores Hamas's role in this conflict.
The Senate Majority Leader blaming the terror group, as well as Israel's far right, as some of the biggest obstacles for a U.S.-backed two-state solution and taking aim at Palestinian leaders.
Quite frankly, I haven't heard enough Palestinian leaders express anguish about Hamas and other extreme elements of Palestinian society. I implore them to speak up now, even when it may be hardest.
That includes Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, clinging to office for nearly 20 years. Polling shows 90% of Palestinians want the 88-year-old to step down. But Schumer's most eye-raising comments were to Israel's prime minister.
Prime Minister Netanyahu has lost his way. He has been too willing to tolerate the civilian toll in Gaza, which is pushing support for Israel worldwide to historic lows. Israel cannot survive if it becomes a pariah.
Yes, lechatzim.
The embattled prime minister is vowing to push away international pressures and carry on the offensive in Gaza, where airstrikes continued overnight during the first week of Ramadan.
Netanyahu is wildly unpopular here in Israel. Remember, the October 7 attack happened on his watch, not to mention the kidnappings. And now Hamas is saying it's considering the release of those hostages in exchange for a ceasefire and up to 1,000 Palestinian prisoners. But so far, Israel says that is unrealistic. Tony?
Yeah, it is pretty lopsided. Chris Livesay for us in East Jerusalem. Chris, thank you very much. I want to linger for a second, guys, on the Schumer speech, because it's a lot more than just a headline about Netanyahu. He says a lot of the things that I can tell you American Jews are saying amongst themselves in text messages all day long. There's a full defense of Israel as a Jewish nation with Jewish history. There's a heaping of blame on Hamas for hiding behind civilians. And another key part, Netanyahu may be unpopular, but there's an endorsement here from Schumer of the war effort to eradicate Hamas, or at least eliminate them from any position of power, saying there can be no peace unless that happens. So people should really listen to the whole thing. If you want a window into what American Jews are saying and thinking, a lot of it's in that speech.
He lays it out very nicely.
Please listen.